For goblins, gathering things that glitter is a way of life, and for Lady Teefs it was no different. Although, not only did she hoard the usual fare, metals and jewels, she also collected unique items with value only in her eyes. Often, the lady would show off her prized trinkets, and find only unimpressed onlookers. But there were a few like-minded goblins who found joy in simple, and sometimes strange, curios. On this principle, the Loot Goblins Guild was founded, made to be a place for all goblins, rich or poor, to come together and appreciate their unique possessions.
That's what I'm gonna do right now. Neato, right? Cool beans. I'm gonna call this Loot Look, because I've got my loot, and we're gonna look at it. That's how you name things. So firstly, but not worstly, I've got this. No reflections. Reflections are scary. This is, I think, the oldest thing that I have when it comes to handhelds. It's my Gameboy Pocket. I got this from the tinkershop back when I still worked there. You can see there looks like someone's been a gnawing on it, but that's all right. At least it works. Kadoink. Let's see if it'll actually even focus on the screen itself. Indeed it shall not, which means I will not be using this for any sort of recording, but it's a cool little thing. I got it mainly because of, if you cover this, it's in pretty good condition. With this, I got it intending to mod it, put a backlight in it, never got around to it. Never even got around to replacing the buttons. Along with that, I've got, oh, shaky. Some of these. Firstly, I'm pretty sure, yeah, most of these were gotten from the tinker shop as well. Just saw them sitting there, so I decided to swap a couple coins in exchange for wee little gamies. Guess I can show these off as well, like gameplay. On my Game Boy Color, what I modded so long ago, also gotten from the tinker shop. That a blasted place. It wasn't too bad working there. Just the owner turned out to be a human, and he kept trying to make me act like a human as well. Which is just, you know, difficult for a goblin. Goblins and humans ain't all that similar. I can't remember if I said that it was a lot like Pac-Man, but it is. You're going around collecting coins, I think. I say I don't entirely know, because I don't have the manual. Just the loose little cartridge. See, you're going in, you're robbing a bank. I don't condone robbery. Anyway. So that's Lock and Chase. They had an NES version, which I played a bit while at the tinker shop. There was a lot more to it. It was a lot more interesting. And then there's Pac-Man. Everybody knows Pac-Man. It goes wagga wagga. Tetris. Everybody knows Tetris too. It goes. These three all focus. There we go. These three all came from the tinker shop. This one I got from the Bay of E, a seaside city where free trade and commerce abounds, full of merchants and swindlers and all that good stuff. But this one, I didn't get swindled. This is legit. Based off of the movie of the same name. It's a little Zelda clone, I think, because neither the movie or the game are any sort of original idea. I did watch the movie when I was a wee little nibbler, and it scared the trousers off me. Weird as that sounds. They had these monsters that had like swords and maces for hands, and they're creepy. No, let's not overwrite the save file, even though it doesn't rightly matter. Oh yeah, this is the original of whomstever owned it way back in the day. See, it's like a little Zelda clone. Look at that posture though. That ain't healthy. You can swing your sword and things, and you got hearts, and you can save, and it's Zelda clone. Moving on. Oh, not moving on. Because got some neat things. A boxed copy of Shadowgate for the Game Boy Color. Look at that. Some idiot put a sticker on there. It's pretty gross. But the box is all in nice condition, save for that sticker. This one's a point and click adventure, which you wouldn't think would work very well on the Game Boy Color, but it do. It's alright. Got the manual. That's always nice. And the cartridge in this little cartridge holder. It came with this, and it was a nice surprise. And then here's this. Fortress of Fear. Whoa! Wizards and Warriors. 10. This is a reproduction case, or a third-party case, whichever. Focus. Whichever way you want to look at it. This is a kind of platforming thing. Never heard of this series, but apparently there were at least 10 of them. I got the cartridge from the tinkershop, the case from the Bay of E, and the manual also from the Bay. This is original. This is original. This is not, but it's cool beans because it's cool beans. Oh. See, when the Nintendo thing looks a bit wonky, that means it's dirty. And you gotta try again. A little thing what I learned while I was working at where I was working, before I stopped working where I was working. Acclaim just had their hands in everything back then. Hey, look at this. You're a little night guy, and you can duck, and you can pokey poke, and you can yump. And apparently that bat hurt me. I like little shiny things. See, I don't understand. Thou hast discovered some magical gems. As a goblin, that makes me happy, but I guess, you know, that would make anyone happy. Can I jump it? Nope. But there's that. And so we put all these things away as best as possible. And then, chunky right there. Moving ahead a little bit. Got these with the Quest for Camelot. It was in a whole little bundle of a bunch of different things. A weird mishmash of adventure game mechanics. And see, Acclaim. Acclaim was everywhere. Unfortunately, it's a bit rough cut. Got a little tear in the label. Not a big deal. Rainbow Six. Everybody knows Rainbow Six, but I doubt everybody knows how it started. And this is definitely not the way it started, because it started on like the PC, N64. This is one of them. They were porting everything onto handhelds back in the day. And by porting, I mean using the same title, same art, to make a completely different game. This is Rainbow Six. Look at this. Imagine playing Rainbow Six with only a couple buttons. Furthermore, look at that walk cycle. That's enough of that. Ridiculous. More of a novelty item than anything. Right along, moving right along. Got this. This is called a Game Boy Macro. Don't mind that. Got this from the tinkershop as well as a DS. All of it was all crunched up and broken. So I decided to rip the top screen off and turn it into a Game Boy. This was a fun little project. Took a little while because I kept using the wrong pieces. That don't matter. Game Boy Advance games. Right there. Right. All of them from the tinkershop. Voiced one. Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. This one's special just because it's VeggieTales. To be honest, it's pretty bad. It's kind of a puzzly platformer type dealio. And that's, you know what, I don't have the time or storage to be going through all these, so maybe I'll, one of these days, do something with them. Secondly, for the Game Boy Advance, I've got Super Monkey Ball Jr., something that you wouldn't think would work very well on the Game Boy Advance, cause it doesn't. Got here some Final Fantasy. Got a tactics game. And got the first two Final Fantasy games, Dawn of Souls, and one little nice little package. These are all original games, except there are a few that I have that aren't. Like this. We all know what happened with this, unless you don't, because nobody watches these. This is reproduction. And it died. This is a reproduction replacement that I got for free that also died. This is basically a counterfeit that I found in the tinker shop that I done yoinked because they can't rightly sell them. And I'm concerned about this. I was gonna play it, but now I don't feel like doing that because these have sullied my confidence in reproductions. Now I do have the 3Ds. But it's dead. I do got some DS games for whenever I come into a lot of coin and get another DS for 400 gold dollary dues. I got me a Pokemon Soul Silver. This is worth some coinage. Bookworm. This is not worth any coinage whatsoever. Rune Factory is worth a bit, but not. You know what? If you like what you got, it don't matter what it's worth. You know? So this is basically Fantasy Harvest Moon where you kill things. I think. Never played it, but I have it. Cut chunky. Look at all these. Nice, right? Used to have a lot more DS games, but traded them to the evil GameStop for a couple of nickels. And felt good about it because I was a kid. Rayman 3D. Everybody knows Rayman. It is a platform, but this one's 3D. It's very janky. And the 3D frankly hurts my eyeballs. Not that I can even play the 3D anymore. Yeah, that's cool. Animal Crossing. Everybody knows Animal Crossing. This one was pretty poggers. I liked it. Played a lot of it. But just like all Animal Crossing games, I eventually stop playing and then I get scared of the weeds, so I don't even go back to it. Monster Hunter Generations. Everybody knows Monster Hunter 2, I'm pretty sure. I didn't play much of this one. I convinced a friend to buy it along with myself and never played it with them. They played probably several hundred hours while I played like 3 because I was too busy playing this boy. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Now this one I like this one. I played a lot of this one, several hundred hours. I think I like this one so much because the first Monster Hunter game I got was Try on the Wii. And this is basically that, but gooder. And without motion controls. Now coming over to the DS games. Got these at the bay. First of all, Adrian Odyssey. This is a party-based dungeon crawling game where you make maps and you go around farming for 12 hours until you're level 3 and you can actually kill things. Super Princess Peach. A little game that not many people know about, not many people have played. I wanted to play this for the channel, but of course my 3Ds done died, so I can't do that. But look at that, it's so dang pink. Cool. Oh, I'm running out of storage. Gotta go fast. Got a PSP. I think this is a Japanese version. Fortunately, they all come with the English as well. Just the buttons are a bit different. Got this from the tinkershop. Fat Princess Fistful of Cake. Nobody was gonna buy this. In fact, some of my coworkers done scoffed at me when I was like, I'm gonna buy this. I don't know anything about it, except that she was a character in PlayStation All-Stars, the Sony version of Super Smash Bros. Got this. It's a Monster Hunter clone. This one's sealed. Not that that's even really worth anything, but it's sealed, so that's pretty neat. So I got the digital version on my PSP. And now, the magnum opus of my handheld collection. Just kidding, because I just remembered that I have an N gauge. It don't work though. It don't work proper. But Silent Hill for the PSP. This cost a pretty penny. And I haven't even played it. I've had it for like a year, but that doesn't matter. Cause it's still cool to have. Got the original Silent Hill for my PS1, and I've got my Silent Hill for my PSP. Whoa, steak. So yeah. Loot look.